So it is possible that you could find an older version of the Bible, or there could be a newer version of the Bible that is more accurate than an older version of the Bible, because the older version had a copying mistake.
Yeah.
And right. And so how would you identify that?
Because there are so many copies. The thing with the Bible is that you have so many copies, far more copies than you have of any other ancient document.
Okay. Why is that?
The Christians really wanted
because we're the
to
best.
copy it. Is that why? They're like, we don't got enough of
get
these
your
things.
copying up, Jews.
It's like, Oprah, you get a copy, and you get a copy, and you get a copy. Well, part of it was like the Christians were Muslims call us the people of the book, right? Christians and Jews, because we have a scripture, and that's like central to
the belief system
we believe.
Yeah.
Whereas that's not necessarily true for like other ancient religious practices.
Got it.
In fact, that's the argument. There's a end of 1st century, beginning of 2nd century Jewish guy named Josephus.
Okay.
And so he writes a document called the Antiquities of the Jews. And in it, he talks about the differentiation between like the Greek religious practices, the Greco-Roman religious practices, and the Jewish religious practices by saying we don't have just an unlimited amount of religious texts like you guys have. We only have this.
Yes.
And part of the reason we know what the books of the Old Testament were in Jesus' day, part of the conversation is that Josephus outlines them. He gives a number and an argument for the list of books and what the books are.
Okay, so from there we have this idea. Because why would he lie or mislead about this time if his argument is to prove that this is the limited amount of books that we have?
Yeah, I mean, he has no reason to like make it up one way or the other. And then you have, so the New Testament authors quote the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
And so we have evidence from, okay, well, Jesus, Paul, Peter, they're quoting this stuff and they're saying like, this is scripture. They're advocating for it and arguing like theological stuff on the basis of these texts.